Hey guys, welcome to my newest video. For today's video, I'm going to be doing my top 5 movies and TV shows that I watched in summer 23-24. So this is going to cover my favorites from whether I saw the movies at the cinema or I watched a TV show on streaming. Just sort of so I can have like a video where I may not necessarily have a chance to talk about some of my favorites outside of my physical media collection. So I'm hoping to do these at the end of every season, and then at the end of the year I will do a overall favorites for 2024 like I did for 23. So starting off with the movies, with the exception of one, these are all movies I saw at the cinema that have made my top 5 favorites list for the summer. First one is The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. I really enjoyed this one, a lot more than what I thought I was going to. But they did a really good job encompassing sort of seeing the beginnings of the Hunger Games that we sort of come to know in Katniss's time, and sort of seeing Snow's eventual rise to power, and just sort of seeing him sort of try and come out on top with all these hardships. And I really enjoyed seeing the story play out. I have read the book. I did enjoy the book. But I will say I'm also really glad that they told it in just one movie, because they were probably tempted to split it up into 2 parts, but I think doing the one nearly 3-hour movie really helped it. And yeah, just covering it in the different like parts, just with the Hunger Games being in District 12, and then the final showdown between Snow and Lucy. Just really loved all of it, and yeah, loved the songs. I thought Rachel Zegler, I'm not 100% sure how to pronounce her name, I thought she did a fantastic job with the character. And yeah, it was just an epic sort of just seeing the story unfold and the the journey with the characters. And yeah, really loved it. So it's in 5th spot for my top 5 movies of the summer. Then the only movie I watched on streaming, this is Sense and Sensibility from 1995, which I had never seen before. And I was randomly in the mood to watch it after I was reading, because I've been reading Alan Rickman's diaries, and the part I'm up to, he's mentioning the filming experience for Sense and Sensibility. And that's what kind of prompted me to watch it, because it was on Binge here in Australia. So I thought, you know what, I'm just going to check it out, see what I think. And I really enjoyed it. It's like a period romance drama, very heavy on the drama, but yes, it's got a great cast. The characters, yeah, you just really get invested in their story, and you want them to be happy. And but because of class barriers and things like that, a lot of them struggled to get that happiness. And yeah, it was just a really fantastic film, and it's definitely one, well actually out of all of these I want to watch all these films again basically. So but yeah, so that's Sense and Sensibility. Then I saw a movie that I normally wouldn't check out, but I went to see The Iron Claw. I know nothing about wrestling aside from, you know, the big names and things like that, so I knew nothing about the family in this movie. But oh boy, this was a gut wrencher. Yeah, I very rarely cry in films, and this one had me sobbing basically. It was done so well, and yeah, and there's even more to the story that got left out, because I was reading some of the like the true life story, and there was stuff that got left out. So I was just like, whoa, it was an intense roller coaster ride. And yeah, I'm really glad that I went to see it. Zac Efron was amazing in this. It's a shame that he didn't really get any like recognition during award season, because I honestly feel like he could have made like the nominations for Best Actor. Just the transformation he went through for this role and everything. It was yeah, his performance in this was incredible. Then I saw my favorite movie of the next one I have is my favorite movie of 2023, and that is Wonka. I'll know how I feel about this one after I talked about it in my top 23 movies. I absolutely loved Wonka. I loved the songs. I just, yeah, loved everything about this film. And yeah, it's because I adore musicals, and yeah, this is definitely one of my favorite recent musicals. And yeah, Timothée Chalamet was fantastic in it. And speaking of Timothée Chalamet, I have 2 of his movies in my top 5 movies of the summer. And this one just scraped in because I saw it on the 29th of February, and that is Dune Part 2. This movie was phenomenal. Every aspect about the technical aspects, the acting, it was just the story. It's got me so hyped for the Dune franchise now, and I want everything Dune. So I think eventually at some point I may even reread the books, and because I only got up to book 4, I think was the last one I read. But I'd love to do a reread of Dune, and I want to finally check out the miniseries and Children of Dune, and finally watch those. So yeah, this has basically reawakened my love of Dune, so I'm here for it. So those were my top 5 movies of summer 23-24. Then moving on into my TV shows. So at number 5, I have NCIS Sydney. So this was a very interesting one to watch because obviously it's set in my neck of the woods. I'm a couple of hours from Sydney, and it was very interesting seeing places mentioned that I've been to since in a show. Especially one of the naval bases. I've actually been to that naval base, Watson's Bay. I've been there, so that was kind of really cool seeing it on TV. And yeah, so it was sort of very interesting sort of hearing reference just from an Australian perspective watching NCIS Sydney. But overall I did really enjoy it. I enjoyed the team up with NCIS and the agents for the task force. I did like their partnership, so I'm really curious to see how season 2 unfolds with all of this. So that's NCIS Sydney season 1. Then I watched Shetland series 8. Now I don't know if there's going to be a series 9 at this point because it hasn't been confirmed there's going to be a renewed or cancelled. I was actually really surprised how much I did actually like the new detective who came in, because obviously Douglas Henschel left Shetland at the end of series 7, and so we got a brand new detective. Most of the cast stayed the same. The only one, I think, other new one was what's the role called? The person they refer if they need permission to investigate something. The person who oversees the team, basically, the boss. Is it the fiscal? I think is the position. He was a new cast member as well. But the core team was the same. You had now I'm going to be blank on names. You had Sandy, you had Billy, you had Tosh. I couldn't think of what her name was. So I was like, who's the other one? But yeah, so you had all of them returning, and then you had the new one, Ruth Cowder, coming, and she was the acting detective because her main storyline was she didn't want to be back in Shetland, but the case she was working on led her back home, so she's sort of navigating all of that. I did really like this season. It was, very weird without Douglas Henschel in it, but I'm hoping there is going to be a series 9 because I think that it could, the show could continue, with the new detective, but I suppose we'll see if it gets renewed or not. But that was Shetland series 8. Then this one's a bit different because I had previously seen seasons 1 to 5, but 6 to 8 were new to me. And that is How I Met Your Mother, because I've been loving making my way through How I Met Your Mother again, rewatching the first few seasons and then the new seasons, which I wasn't expecting to, because I know a common complaint with How I Met Your Mother is the show just goes downhill and the ending's terrible. I do know what happens at the end. I I saw all the reactions for that when it got when the ending got revealed. So the ending doesn't surprise me, but I'm just curious to see how it gets to that point, because I am up to season 9, which I will hopefully be starting to watch today. But I did love season 6 to 8. Yeah, it was sort of a roller coaster of emotions watching those seasons. Just like the storyline with Marshall's dad, I wasn't expecting that. Robin's storyline. Yeah, it was all done really well, and yeah, it's just in some moments in season 8 as well, we're just like oh, and also the storyline with Barney's father as well. I thought that was done really well as so yeah, so I personally love season 6 to 8. So so that's in my top 5. I'm just sort of grouping it together because I didn't really want to separate any of the seasons. And then for number 2, I have the Great British Bake Off Series 3. I've been falling down a rabbit hole of the Great British Bake Off, and yeah, in the month of February I watched Series 3 because I'm kind of just watching it here and there. It's like something I'll watch every other day. I'll watch an episode at a time. I'm really enjoying the show. It's sort of becoming one of my comfort shows. If I want to put on something where I don't have to think too hard, I'll just put on an episode of the Great British Bake Off. I've become that person apparently, but I love Series 3. I did accidentally spoil myself for who was going to win that year, for that particular year, but yeah, it was still fascinating just sort of watching it get to that point, because yeah, it's very interesting watching it when you get to sort of like when you watch how people do throughout the week, and you know, if they've had a good week or they had a bad week, and then it's like whoever wins at the end. But yeah, I'm really loving the Great British Bake Off. So, and then for my favourite show of summer 2023 and 24, I'm sort of blanking on what year I was up to in that, is Professor T Series 3. So, yeah, this is a show I discovered in the middle of last year. I was going through a bit of a British crime fix, and I was watching all the TV shows, like the crime dramas, mostly because the main reason I wanted to check this out initially was because Ben Miller was in this, and he was in Primeval, because that's why I eventually checked out like shows like Death in Paradise as well, because Ben Miller was in the first couple of seasons. But this is his new crime show. I don't know if it's been renewed or not, because I don't see anybody talking about this. And the way Series 3 ended, I'm just like, I need to know what's happening, because it ended on a massive cliffhanger. And I want to talk to people about it, and I don't see it being advertised anywhere. So I don't know if Australia just happened to get season 3 early or what. And yeah, because that ending, I was like, they can't leave it there. I mean, I know shows have ended on bigger cliffhangers and not been picked up for the next season, but that's just cruel if it ends on that particular ending, because I have a lot of feelings. And yeah, so if anyone has seen Professor T Series 3, please let me know in the comments, because I want to talk to people about it. And I was just like, I don't see people talking about this show, and yeah, I love it. It's so yeah, that's basically my thing. If you've seen Professor T Series 3, please let me know, and or message me or something, and we'll talk, because that ending is what the hell. So yeah, so that was my little fangirl freak out moment about a TV show. So hi, if you're new to my channel and you're wondering what the hell you're getting yourself into, I fangirl about a lot of things. So as case in point with this video, so yeah, so hi. But basically that is everything that I've been loving in the summer of 23-24. I did want to add a bonus note because I know this was my favourite show of 2023, but it did technically air over, like it aired in, finished airing in December, which is like summer here in Australia. So, but yes, I did love Doctor Who. I've been loving everything Doctor Who, with the Christmas special and all of that. So yes, that's like a bonus, sort of favourite as well. I've been loving Doctor Who, which if you've been following my channel for a while, you know is nothing new. So, anyway, I'm just going to stop it here. Thank you guys for watching, and until my next video, I will see you guys next time. Bye!